Hi, I'm Winnie Cheng. I'm delighted to be speaking with you today about product innovation and enterprise AI in finance. I'm currently director in AI at PwC's Innovation Hub. With that, first, a quick disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this presentation are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect or represent the view and opinions held by PwC. Now let's get into the talk. So, who am I? As director in AI at PwC, my team helps our clients and our audit and tax businesses leverage enterprise AI to solve problems and also transform businesses with products and services to improve operations and create new markets. Before joining PwC, I have over 20 years of experience applying AI and machine learning primarily in finance. Through the years, I've led various AI initiatives for companies large and small, from JP Morgan, American Express, to fintech startups and private equity and venture capital firms. I've also co founded my own AI fintech startup, Flowcast, in the credit risk management space, and have done AI and machine learning consulting through my boutique firm, Sonata Works. Earlier on in my career, after I finished my PhD in computer science at MIT, I started learning about driving innovation as research scientist at HP Labs and IBM Research. I'm passionate about solving problems and building solutions that can touch and positively impact the lives of many. AI and technology are very promising ways to tackling a lot of the challenges we face today. I'm a strong believer in social causes and try to lend my expertise as part of the board of YWCA Northern Jersey, promoting racial justice and gender equity. Over the pandemic, like many of you, I have picked up new hobbies and interests. So, some fun facts: I've been enjoying the great outdoors and started a new goal of visiting all 63 national parks. So far, I've completed 34 and looking to visit 5 more during the upcoming holidays. I got interested in AI and machine learning first through building an autonomous submarine at MIT for the US Office of Naval Research. It was really fascinating to see how a set of computer vision, reinforcement learning, and control algorithms can guide a vehicle to complete an underwater mission without any manual intervention. Then I joined IBM Research at a time that witnessed how a machine can win over humans in the game of Jeopardy! What both of these experiences showed me is that AI has an amazing ability to process massive amounts of data. And AI is able to turn this data not only into information, but be able to make split second decisions from a large knowledge base. This combined power can have so many useful applications in finance and other industries. I'm particularly passionate about applications in finance, as I believe that finance is core to the well being of a society. Without finance, people would not be able to afford and finance homes. Companies would not be able to grow and expand as they can today. Finance allows for the efficient allocation of capital resources that is key to economic stability and societal advancement. Through the years, I've been really fortunate to work for many great companies in finance and got to see firsthand how AI can be applied in many ways. In consumer banking, we were going beyond demographics data and using machine learning models to analyze historical data and transaction history to make better credit decisions. Buying a home is the biggest financial decision for most people. I've also worked on reinforcement learning platforms to connect people to mortgage lenders. In the investment banking space, AI is used to surface insights about market and customer trends to improve trading decisions. Private wealth managers must stay on top of latest research. My team has launched recommendation engines to bring the latest and most relevant research for individual managers. In trade finance, capital can be trapped in long shipment cycles and imbalances between timing of supply and demand. Machine learning can analyze the risks along the supply chain and create new financial instruments to unleash capital to businesses, lowering a lot of these risks. So, product innovation is an important way of unleashing the power of AI in finance. Let's look at what is product innovation. The Harvard Business School defines product innovation as the process of creating new products or improving an existing one to meet customers' needs in a novel way. Product innovation is something we hear companies talk about, but the term is often misunderstood. It is not just about developing new products, it's much broader than that. It is about bringing innovation in products to solve the problems of many people or users. A company can do this by improving the quality of pre existing products. One example is Intel. Intel has been innovating its CPU for more than a decade, adjusting to the new ways that customers are using these CPUs. What makes it an innovation? A company that simply manufactures a product that already exists, but chooses to market it differently, maybe creating a new product but not an innovative one. Innovative product development creates a new market or fills a gap in the existing market by offering features and benefits that did not exist before to its customers. Product innovation is really that jet fuel for businesses. It is essential to progress. By providing businesses a competitive advantage, successful product innovation can potentially be a differentiator that sets a company apart. It can increase a company's value proposition and brand recognition among its competitors. It can also be the engine behind business growth. Whether the company is a startup or an established company, product innovation can be an effective strategy for increasing revenue and profit margins, gaining new customers, and capturing a larger share of the market. Product innovation also brings together a community of solvers and companies by embracing brainstorming and ideation. This inspires entrepreneurship and finds solutions to previously unsolved problems. Enterprise AI is the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning in everyday business processes to automate tasks, improve data driven decision making, and produce better insights. To be able to launch successful products that will be adopted by a large user base, it requires a deep understanding of customers' needs. Traditional focus groups and market research may only tell part of that picture. Users may not always know what it is that they need or be able to articulate their true source of frustration. AI has the ability to analyze massive data sets, to understand user intents and actions that can be much better indicators. All companies have bounded resources and will need to decide what product features to focus on, what go to market strategy to prioritize, what business models to employ. AI can use data to help forecast or predict behavior. It can analyze different user or audience groups to inform go to market strategy. It can also run large scale simulations to consider trade offs of different pricing strategies, for example. There are also AI systems that can enable experimentation of product features so decision makers can get a sneak peek into what features may be widely adopted. Besides AI's ability to analyze data from business processes to discover user needs and help to prioritize product strategy, AI can also be that centerpiece of the new feature, providing the value differentiation of the product. AI may be used to reduce friction between the user and the application by automating time consuming tasks. It may also be in the form of new product feature, such as the ability to surface recommendations and predictions directly to aid the users through a business process. So we spoke about the first significant driver being AI's ability to help discover users' needs and gaps in existing product offerings. Banks are collecting large amounts of data from consumers, and the analysis of this data is made possible with AI. This information may be collected through social media, surveys, conversations, support tickets, and different uses of online banking platforms. Machine learning and and natural language processing techniques are applied, for example, to review customer sentiments toward different products offered by the bank. They can also be used to detect abnormal customer sentiments to highlight issues in interactions with digital online platforms. This in turn helps us identify gaps that may exist in the current product offering and provide insights on opportunities for improvement. AI also has provided significant advances in how we can decide on what product features to prioritize. And it can do this in very novel ways. A B testing and hyper personalization are two of these ways. A/B testing is similar to what happens when you go to the optometrist for new glasses. They present you with different lenses and ask you which is better. A/B testing is an automated experimentation process that presents two versions with different product features to users with the goal of really determining which version has a bigger positive impact. Financial services companies are using A/B testing that was first popular with e commerce sites, now as a means to evaluate what features and functions will appeal to users on their digital platforms and immediately incorporating those features into the product. Hyper-personalization is another area. Banks are using techniques to offer their customers the right products at the right time. Recommendation systems, such as those used for Netflix, are now being used by banks to analyze profile data, customer activity, and interactions history to personalize these recommendations. They allow banks to adapt product features to customer expectations as they navigate mobile and online platforms. These two approaches make it possible to make real-time decision on product features that was not possible without the underlying AI technology. The prior two was about how AI can improve the product development process and the rollout of new features. The third area, differentiate, is where the AI technology is pushing the art of possible and providing the actual new product and features. For example, a study by Accenture of 47,000 banking customers found that 54% want tools to help them monitor their budget and make real time spending adjustments. Conversational AI uses natural language understanding and voice recognition to provide a much more real time and user friendly way of interacting with the bank. Bank of America has a virtual assistant called Erica that can operate on text or voice commands, shown on the left here. It can schedule payments, get information regarding past transactions, and even schedule trades instantly with a few verbal commands. Capital One has Eno on the right, a similar chatbot that helps customers manage their money from text conversations. Both of these are able to remove friction for the users during online banking sessions, providing a higher overall engagement and satisfaction. Another example not shown here is that machine learning can also help loan officers make lending decisions better and faster. Underwriting models that uses machine learning can examine a large number of data points on an applicant, really in a matter of seconds, and categorize the default risk of that applicant. This has been shown to lower the risk of default, reducing customer frustrations and saving financial institutions money. As you see here, AI itself can be a core differentiating factor for product offerings and enhancements. So far we spoke about what is product innovation and how enterprise AI plays a key role within the finance industry. Unfortunately, 60 to 80% of AI projects fail, and finance represents its own unique opportunities and challenges. Whether we're talking about personal finance, consumer or corporate banking, or wealth management, there's a treasure trove of transaction history, user interactions data, customer support transcripts, and market events. The finance industry is one of the most data rich. Availability of data is an important but only the first step. Finance involves borrowing and lending, investing, raising capital, and selling and trading of securities, all with many decisions that need to be made based on data and the analysis of the data, which is the strength of AI and machine learning algorithms. There are unique challenges, though. Financial institutions are often making these decisions as fiduciary to the end users, whether that's a person or an organization. They are legally bound to put their clients' interests ahead of theirs. The use of AI must be done with care, such that these financial institutions can continue to demonstrate that in using AI and machine learning algorithms within their current decision making process, they're still able to uphold their legal obligations and avoid any conflicts of interest. Finance is about the allocation of capital. And as such, any unintended bias in this allocation can have significant consequences to the distribution of wealth in our society. It can result in the denial of loans to minority groups. A single declined loan application can change a person's life. And inadvertent delay to much needed capital at a critical time for a small business that is otherwise creditworthy can mean the laying off of staff or closing up shop. We must be really careful in how AI is used to maintain fairness in these decisions. Now that we know how product innovation and enterprise AI are related, and have also seen some of the challenges that AI can pose, let's turn to how we can make it successful. If we go back to what enterprise AI focuses on, this actually tells us a lot about how to be successful. Enterprise AI focuses on addressing specific high value use cases at large scale, where the application of AI embedded into business processes can produce meaningful value. The word value is repeated twice here: high value use cases and meaningful value. A key factor here is really understanding the types of issues users are going through so that we can identify high value use cases and be able to validate these use cases are common enough such that they can have a large scale impact. For enterprise AI, the use cases are tightly coupled with the business process. So it is also very important to understand how AI can be embedded into existing processes. So here are four key considerations that we'll be discussing next around product discovery, metrics of success, interoperability, and AI governance. Let's now dive deeper into some of the key considerations to make enterprise AI successful. Understanding the use case and problem statement is important to all AI projects. I would say that this is even more so in product innovation, as product innovation is not just about technology. It requires being able to relate to the users and understand the gaps and challenges that they may be facing. Before you go about solving the problem with AI, you need to validate that this is indeed a job that people are trying to get done. The jobs to be done framework helps you think from the perspective of the user. It focuses on different scenarios that the user might be facing when they're trying to achieve certain outcomes. It also tells you about the motivation or the why behind the job. This allows us to think outside of the box to help users get the job done in better ways. For example, one jobs to be done statement is: when I'm driving to work, I want breakfast food that is easy and compact to eat, so I can get to work without making a mess. This explained how Milkshake has become one of such product that fills this need for morning commuters. Knowing that, the company can then refine the product Milkshake to be thicker so that they last through a longer commute and can add in breakfast themes with coffee and orange juice flavors. Another way of thinking about the potential set of problems and opportunities is to create personas that reflect the users in your business process. These personas outline the goals and objectives of the typical user. It goes deeper into how they may behave, specific demographics, and skills that help us build that deeper empathy with the users when designing these product features that can improve their work. Now that you have an understanding of user needs and the problem you're trying to solve, it is important to start with the end and think about what the ideal state would look like. One technique that I find useful is Amazon's working backwards method. It forces us to think early on in the product lifecycle to really visualize a time when the final product is ready for launch and describes that product's benefit in a very succinct way in the form of a mock press release. This exercise is helpful rather than focusing on the features. We can think about the benefits that we want to realize and define qualitative and quantitative measures of success. For example, a digital banking platform may be launching new features that aims to benefit consumers by increasing their level of satisfaction. Understanding this, we can then define KPIs to collect feedback around user satisfaction before and after the new features are introduced. The product feature may be provided by AI to realize this benefit. For example, say a conversational AI chatbot is used to assist users in getting to information and actions that they want to take on the digital banking platform. And the path to increases user satisfaction is in reducing that friction and allowing for a faster way of getting to what they need. This then guides us in defining some possible AIs to measure the effectiveness, such as time to resolve an inquiry. This way, the conversational AI is able to reduce time to resolve inquiries by providing more relevant information that matches the user's intent. What this means then is that it allows us to define two set of metrics to measure how accurate the conversational AI is. In number one, assessing users' intent, and number two, directing to relevant content given the correct intent. So with this, we can clearly evaluate success from the user's perspective as well as the AI feature. Enterprise AI consists of applications of AI that are typically embedded into the business processes. So interoperability at the process level as well as the technology level are important factors that can make or break an enterprise AI project. It is important to understand which part of the business process that particular AI feature will be part of and what the AI feature will be interacting with. So that is, what are the upstream applications that will be providing the data, the quality of data, the assumptions around the data that one would expect, so that the AI solution can take all that into account. It is also important to know what the downstream applications or process steps might be that will be using that AI outputs, how they will be used, and what decisions they will enable, so that we understand the context in which the AI feature will be applied at the system level to avoid misinterpreting the results. For example, that they're perceived to be more trusted and reliable than they really are. At a technology level, AI is often an add on to a larger workflow with many components that may not be related to the AI feature. Depending on the circumstance, the existing technology stack may impose restrictions on what types of machine learning algorithms you can deploy. In that case, you might have to make trade offs between model performance and interoperability with the existing tech stack and hosting solutions. Data security is another thing that we have to think about. If existing technology stack already has data security in place to ensure highly sensitive data does not leak inadvertently, we have to make sure that the AI feature does not introduce additional risks by exposing this data during the training or inference process so that we can continue to uphold the overall data security standard. The fourth consideration is around governance. And looking at that from the AI lens introduces additional factors to consider. We want our AI system or feature to be socially responsible. Responsible AI is a branch that is gaining attention as companies adopt AI into their business processes and product offerings. We want our AI system to be fair and be inclusive of all groups. As we roll out credit scoring machine learning models to make lending decisions, it is important that it is not biased. And bias can come in many forms. It can be from the use of historic training data that has hidden biases, or it can be in the algorithm design itself. On privacy, machine learning algorithms use large data sets, and these data sets can contain sensitive information about individuals. Data breaches cause financial loss as well as reputational damage to businesses. And they also put individuals whose sensitive information is revealed at risk. Avoid storing sensitive data if possible. If that is not possible in your case, there are additional precautions such as making sure that sensitive data is marked and classified and that data access is limited. In terms of security, we have touched on data security or the storing of data securely in the prior slide. The use of AI can also introduce additional attack scenario. Malicious attackers can influence a model both directly or indirectly. The attacker can change model or decision parameters such that the model behaves differently. Or the attacker can also inject misleading training data to skew the model decisions. And for transparency, this part is critical to finance. AI system often cannot be a black box. Finance professionals need a way to explain to their clients how decisions are arrived at. Part of the governance process is how we manage risk in enterprise AI. First, we need to comprehensively list out all the risks that are applicable to the specific use case. Some of these may be related to areas within responsible AI, but some of them may be completely dependent on the application domain. For example, if we have a machine learning model that is automatically making investment decisions, how do you prevent it from making bad decisions and losing millions of dollars? Especially knowing that a machine learning algorithm is unlikely to be 99.99% accurate. What mitigation strategies are you going to put in place knowing these risks? By thinking through these, then you can establish a system of controls and sleep in peace as your AI automates your business process. So, in this talk, I've discussed the potential of product innovation in enterprise AI and finance and highlighted three areas: discover, decide, differentiate, that enterprise AI can help in product innovation, which is really the jet fuel for companies. While a majority of AI project fails, there are four key considerations that can boost your chance of success: problem discovery, metrics of success, interoperability, AI governance. Thank you for the opportunity to share my insights. I hope I have further increased the odds of succeeding at your next project. If you have any questions or want to chat about this topic, let love to connect on LinkedIn. Thank you.